There are sober men in plenty, there are drunkards barely 20, there are men now over 90 who have never yet kissed a girl.
Hello and welcome to the Get Folked Plus podcast, the music that comes across my table from Australia and overseas. Folk, acoustic, but with surprise elements, hence the plus.
Give me the rambling Rover, and from Orkney down to Dover, we'll roam the country over, and together we'll face the world.
Welcome to episode 4 of Get Folked Plus on podbean.com. I'm Roger, and today I'm going to start off with a track that I recorded live in my garage from the late Jack Hardy, who was wonderful folk singer songwriter from New York. Its quality is not the best, but the song, have a listen. It's a live recording and we'll talk about it after.
This is a new song. This is called The Worst President Ever. It starts off with the Hail to the Chief. Stuck in traffic at stop-and-go speed, I like to entertain myself with all of the bumper stickers I can read, humor's hidden wealth. There's Nuke the Gay Whales and World Peas, but by far the one most clever gave no name, laid no blame, just said the worst president ever. Well, black is white and white is black. There's yellow cake in Iraq. Weapons of mass destruction, reconstruction still on track. When the Wall Street Journal and Fox News endorse our president for life forever, their polls will attest he's still the best, worst president ever. The worst president ever, the worst president ever. Don't forget, you bumbling fools, you're the ones that pulled the lever. If you just can't wait to 2008 to say no, nay, never, it ain't a reach, we could still impeach the worst president ever. Well, he sold our soul to the corporate gold. The Enron hangover still hurts. It'll take years to calm our fears from color code alerts. If we ever survive his Supreme Court, there's a few things we'll have to sever, like church and state and the fourth estate and the worst president ever. Well, Wolfowitz, Rumsfeld, Karl Rove, Scooter, Libby, and all their kind. Rats leaving a sinking ship. Guess who's left behind? Maybe there's space in the Star Wars race or a spot on the space shuttle Endeavor. To the moon, none too soon for the worst president ever. The worst president ever. Worst president ever. Don't forget, you bumbling fools, we're the ones that pull the lever. If we just can't wait to 2008 to say no, nay, never, it ain't a reach, we could still impeach the worst president ever. Sometimes I feel like a Muppet. Well, you can dress him up in a cowboy hat or a monkey suit in style. You can try to hide his blue blood and the best schooling money can buy. You can rig all of the voting machines and the voter list counterfeit, when all the while he's just a pile of the worst president. Well, 9/11 and Abu Ghraib and torture at the CIA. But he gets his interns from Bible college. They never even heard of a BJ. But there's plenty left to investigate if only the Congress had balls. But we're out of time, and I'm out of rhymes for the worst president ever. The worst president ever. The worst president ever. Don't forget your bumbling fools were the ones that pulled the lever. If we just can't wait to 2008 to say no, nay, never. It ain't a reach, we could still impeach the worst president ever.
The late Jack Hardy at a house concert in Tasmania 2008 on his only visit to Australia, when he played the Cygnet Folk Festival and the Tamar Valley Festival. So really his only visit to Australia consisted of a trip to Tasmania. He was a great entertainer. Now you might think that song has got some parallels with today. I'm going to leave you to think about that, because as it refers, can we wait till 2008? But just remember, we're the ones that pulled the lever. People got to vote for these people or it don't happen. Jack Hardy, and he's got plenty of albums left behind. At the time in 2008 that he arrived here, he'd already had a 10 CD box set issued from his back catalogue. That was just fantastic. Here's a track from Bandolier. It's called Ponderosa.
Ponderosa and pinyon pine, thy chaparral neath the borderline, trying hard to lose, trying hard to find, horse and a mule way past summertime. This was my world, this was all I knew. Barbed wire and blankets and a steel horseshoe. No luck in leaving 10,000 clues. No one will find or follow you. Ponderosa, Ponderosa, and pinyon pine. Stone fireplace, horse tack on shelving in a cluttered space. Not at all a place for calico and lace. Not where I thought I'd ever see your face. My father told me this was no life, with the wind so cold and the frost a night. But no book learning can tell it right about the solitude, about the snowy whites. Ponderosa, Ponderosa, and pinyon pine. white the shoulders, black velvet night, unlaced and cold in the flickering light. Warm hands fumble with the button eyes, coarse and humble, fingers untied. How did you find me? How did you know? With the blizzard blinding, piling up the snow. Shacked on the edge of this borderline, a crackling fire, a resinous pine. Ponderosa, Ponderosa, and pinyon pine.
Look through the window into the rain, and the summer's gone again. See the swallows flee the sky, let the summer waves goodbye. It already feels so far away as I sit alone to watch the faithful pray. But I have no thanks to give for these dark days. Now the summer's gone again. The woodland's burning green to red, and I guess summer's finally dead. And the apple waters chase down the sea. River, take me with you, please. Sparkling memories of blissful days, just like the sun they melt away, leave a coldness settle in my bones. Oh, winter's coming home. The soul's left out hanging on the line, like laundry I forgot to take inside. Though it's so sodden it can scarcely dry, till the sun will shine again. So I'll pull the blinds down and here I'll hide. See you when summer's come again.
Jamie Smith's Mabon from an album called Windblown. I met Jamie Smith at the National Celtic Festival. He was playing in a band called Barrule, and that band plays Celtic music from the Isle of Man. It's called Manx music, and I might give you just a little taste of that in a moment. But Jamie gave me this album, Windblown, and it took me a few years to listen to it fully. And the song before that, Summer's Lament, is one that I have grown really attached to. So much so is that I learned the words and now somebody else sings it for me. Amazing. From Scotland, Jamie Smith's Mabon. And before that was wonderful, wonderful song Ponderosa from the Bandolier album. Jack Hardy. Jack Hardy, as I said, was in Tasmania in 2010, but by the end of January 2010 he'd succumbed to liver cancer. And so we never got a chance to get him out here again. And that was Barrule with the Girls from Balladoole. It's from their eponymous album, Barrule. And Barrule is the highest peak on the Isle of Man. I said peak because they were at great pains to explain to me that it's not really a mountain, but it has that status, sort of, because of the fact that it's taller than anything else. Barrule, Girls of Balladoole. You are listening to Get Folked Plus on podbean.com, also available on iTunes. Please get your friends, family and anybody you know to sign up and follow Get Folked Plus on podbean.com.
Away from my window, leave at your own chosen speed.
I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone, never weak, but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground.
I'm not the one you want, babe. I will only let you down. You say you're looking for someone who will promise never to part, someone to close his eyes for you, someone to close his heart, someone who died for you and more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Go melt back in the night, babe. Everything inside is made of stone.
There's nothing in here moving, and anyway, I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone to pick you up each time you fall, to gather flowers constantly, and to come each time you call. A love of your life, nothing more. But it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe.
Suzette Herft, Patrick Evans, Melbourne-based, doing It Ain't Me, Babe. The album is Farewell Angelina, and it's a selection of Bob Dylan's songs that Joan Baez and Bob performed together. On her own, Suzette Herft has a most wonderful show about Joan Baez. And what's amazing is that not only does she sound like Joan Baez, she looks like her. Wonderful performer. She's got her own catalogue of songs as well. But I think I could recommend the two shows. One, the Joan Baez story, and two, the duets of Baez and Dylan. Farewell, Angelina is the album. Melbourne is the base for these musicians. That was It Ain't Me, Babe. And from the same album, it's a really beautiful song by Bob Dylan, I suppose made famous in part by the band with Rick Danko's haunting vocals. This is I Shall Be Released.
They say everything can be replaced, yet every distance is not near. Still I remember every face of everyone who put me here. I see my life come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. They say everyone needs protection. They say that everyone must fall, yet I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him crying out loud, crying out that he's been framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released.
You're listening to Get Folked Plus on podbean.com. Suzette, Herft, Patrick Evans, I Shall Be Released from the album Farewell, Angelina. Coming up, one song in this show from a chap called Vin Garbutt. Now, Vin passed away in 2017, much too early, but he has left behind a wonderful catalogue of songs and, yeah, some funny stories. He was a very, very funny man. But this morning on BBC Radio Tees, it was announced that Vin has been added to the latest edition of the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography, which includes significant, influential or notorious figures who have shaped British history. That's just fantastic because Vin is a national treasure. And out here in Australia, he had such a wonderful following. And that's why I play Vin Garbutt tracks. So here's one coming up from the Vin Garbutt Songbook, Volume 1. It's called The Land of Three Rivers, one of his earlier songs. And you can just settle back into the rollicking style.
In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. I'm in aimless John North from the south of the Forth. In the land of three rivers I dwell. In the steelworks and pits I've worked with me mates, and not a bad word against them I'll tell. They're the best bunch of lads, and I'll tell you why. If they thought it would help you, they'd jump in the tide. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, when the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. From Carlisle to Dover, from Bristol to Hull, and every town in between, I'm known in them all by the accent and gall, and friendship to pauper and queen. I've got lots of friends, but still not enough. I'm a means to their end when they go and get rough. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. In centuries gone, our ancestral homes were prey to the Romans and Danes, but Henry and you and Odin did too. The northeast was no place for games. They tried to enslave us, but all efforts failed, while the strength of Saint Ada the hill now prevailed. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. I work hard, I play hard as I toil, and I drink the best ale in the land. My roots nestle deep in Northumbrian soil, my branches are kin outstretched hands. When loneliness takes you and dampens your song, if you meet up with John North, you'll not go far wrong. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. I'm in nameless John North from the south of the Forth. In the land of three rivers I dwell. In the steelworks and pits I've worked with me mates, and not a bad word against them I'll tell. They're the best bunch of lads, and I'll tell you for why. If they thought it would help you, they'd jump in the tide. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane. In the land of three rivers I'm longing to be, where the time we're in seas make the knots roll insane.
story of Christ. It gets told often. He led a lover's life. And he died for certain. They say he waits for his friends to come through the gates, where he sits with open arms and says you really got it all out of life. Life is to enjoy. Life is to enjoy. And praise to Allah be. He loves you always. He walks next to me. Through all my days. They say he waits for his friends to come through the gates, where he sits with open arms and says you really got it all out of life. Life is to enjoy. Life is to enjoy. But oh my God, they're dropping bombs around, and they're waking up in a city that never sleeps, and it's burning down. If everybody everywhere knows that you two are the same, then oh my God, why do they destroy in your name? And when I meet with God, I'll ask the question, sure there's good and bad, and there's blind affection, but do you wait for your friends to come through the gates and sit with folded arms and say you really wanted more out of life? Life is to enjoy. Life is to enjoy. It seeds my doubt when they're dropping bombs around, and they're shelling streets in the towns of the Middle East, my brother man. If everybody everywhere knows that you two are the same, then oh my God, why do they destroy in your name?
So many good songs. That's one of them. I'd like to be able to play them all in the one show, but gee, that would take a long time. Shane Pullen wrote Oh My God. It's a song about peace. I do hope you picked up that meaning. Back in 2003, I was trying to organise a concert for peace. When we did end up with a terrific concert, didn't get too many takers at the door. We raised about $400 for, I can't remember to whom we gave it. But anyway, Shane applied to play and he submitted that song, and I thought, yeah, I love that song, I want that song. But at the same time, there was Australian Voices for Peace, a compilation CD being put together by Jeff Francis. And I gave Jeff a listen, and he put it as #1 track on that Australian Voices for Peace, No Blood for Oil CD. And I play that song over and over again. Oh my God. Of course, before that you had Vin Garbutt from the Vin Garbutt Songbook, and it was The Land of Three Rivers. Now coming up, the Belgian band Were. I did play them the other day. Now, it's pronounced Were. Their new album, which is still in the mail, but I know someone in Sydney has an advance copy. It's called About Towers. And Bert says, for this album we used melodies from Carillon manuscripts. Tower music. The carillon is a typical instrument for our region and was more or less the radio of that time, accessible to everyone, and it gave a large spread to the popular music of that time. It is with this point of view that Were arranges this material. The original melody is the starting point, and then we start doing our thing. 2 tracks, brand new. Hopefully it's the first time played on a show originating in Australia, and maybe first time in the world. Rosalie and Dupont, the fabulous Were.
Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies are queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the ladies' eyes and coal dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been north and I've been south and I've been east and west. I've been like a rolling stone. But there's one place that I know I'll always love the best. Just a little town to call my own. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies are queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and coal dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been here and I've been there, I've sought the rainbow's end, but no crock of gold I've found. But I know that come what may, whatever fate may bring, here my feet are deeply in the ground. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies are queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. In Dublin on a sunny Sunday morning.
The angelic voice of Aoife Scott from the album Homebird, that's Doublin Saunter. I first met Aoife Scott when she came out with The Outside Track, lead singer. Shortly after that, she embarked upon a solo career. Now she has the Aoife Scott Band, and she packed out the festival venues from Port Fairy all the way through to the National. Seems a long time ago now because we had nothing last year. Must have been 2017. God, I hope we can get things going so that she can come out again. Fantastic. Oh. Anyway, now's the time, around about the time, where I have to end the show. It is with Aoife Scott that I will close, and it's something to do with the sea. An unusual track for a music show. But then again, I tried and make this a little unusual. It's Get Folked Plus, a folk music sort of show. And we want listeners, we want followers. So, hey, this is not sponsored by anybody other than me. And I'd love to share it with a lot more people. So let's see what we can do. Get onto podbean.com. Just click follow and you'll get a notice about every episode. This is episode number 4. Can I let you know that I've been doing one a week for 4 weeks, and let's see if I can keep it up. Aoife Scott, the sea. Thanks for listening. Catch you next week.
Sea is wild this morning, but the boats are safely in. They are clinging to the harbour, safe from all the rain and wind. My love, he sleeps beside me, for he won't go out today. And I lie the more contented when there's anger in the bay. But when my love is on the ocean, where the wild Atlantic roars, he takes a piece of me with him each time he leaves the shore. For I am just his woman, he'll not stay home for me. For my love, he has a mistress, she's the sea. She teases and she taunts him with her beauty and her wiles. Her changing moods and colours, they bewitch him and beguile. For I fear one day she'll keep him, that he'll not return to home, that her rich alluring depths will bring him down. Our living is her bounty, she rules us with her tides, conspiring with the moon and wind to be a boatman's bride. She scorns the landlocked ladies as they wait upon their men, and they scan the red horizon till the fleet is home again. When my love is on the ocean, where the wild Atlantic roars, he takes a piece of me with him each time he leaves the shore. For I am just his woman, he'll not stay home for me. For my love, he has a mistress, she's the sea.